Hello again guys, it's again Monday, it's Monday evening, it's Monday Racing League time. Today we're going to the Middle East, to the desert of Qatar, to Lusail for round number 11. Next week we're going to Singapore, a crazy street circus for round number 12. And then we head to Spain, Bahrain, Portugal and the United States. Now let's go to the track figures. Today we have 29 laps in total, 16 corners, 10 to the right. Left track length is 5.4 kilometers, total race distance of 157 kilometers. The current Emerald track record from Myth out of season is a 1:22.801. Now let's see the driver standings. We see the gap has been closed by Berra. It's only 7 points gap between Salty on P1 and Berra on P2. On P3 we have Yo-Yo in the Haas, Degaret his teammate on P4, Spaghetti on 5, Roble in the Aston Martin on P6, Tomasito on P7, Myth, the two-time Emerald champion, figuring on position 8, Nawaf on P9 and Ripster the second Ferrari on P10. Now let's go to the team standings. Also here we see a very close gap of 13 points between McLaren and Haas. McLaren leading, Haas on P2, Red Bull on P3, Ferrari P4, Aston Martin 5, Williams 6, V-Carb, Aka Racing Bulls on P7, Alpine on 8, the Mercedes team on P9 and the Kick Sauber on P9. Now let's go for the stuff. Let's go for qualifying here in the desert of Qatar. So we are right on time to see Nawaf driving for Red Bull. The first hot lap here in Lusail. Let's go on to the onboard to see the beautiful track they built here. Pretty nice track, many corners, lots of high speed corners, medium speed corners and not so many low speed corners. One corner is following the other corner, just a great track. That was pretty close to invalidation, but he kept on track. Now the final turns, all in 6th gear driven. Down to 4th gear and up to gear number 8. A 1:21.428, currently the fastest one. Let's go quickly to Berra. He's even faster than Nawaf before. Down to the finish line, 1:21.151. Looks like Red Bull is hard to beat for the first laps here in the qualifying. So Muku went up to 1:22.1 on P3 currently. Go to Gian Bartolomeo. Jumps up to P3, a nice P3, 1:22.0. Let's go to Picard. We just saw that Myth went into the lobby a little bit late, so but he's still able to invalidate it in the last corner there, Picard. But Myth is still able to attend to the qualifying. So we're gonna have again the battle between the McLaren guys and the Haas drivers. As well, I think Team Red Bull with Berra and Nawaf is pretty, yeah, solid driving also for the team championship. Let's go quickly to the graphics. We see Red Bull figuring on position 3 currently in the team standings. Only 28 points behind the current leader, McLaren. Nothing lost. Also, we gotta have the fight between Salty and Barra for the driver championship. Salt is still leading with 7 points ahead, as you saw in the race introduction. Let's go a little bit to the off-board. Less engine sound. Yeah, by the way, regarding interviews at the end of the race, I'm not sure if it's working correctly, because I hasn't been able to adapt it on Discord. Discord doesn't recognize my microphone, I don't know why, but yeah, today I cleaned my computer and yeah, since then it doesn't work. But let's see, maybe it works. We see that Picard is going for another run here. Went wide again, the green sector 1. So let's go to Wolfring. Again onto the cockpit camera. These are beautiful turns, should be flat out in 7th gear. Also this one, nicely driven by Wolfrin. One downshift to gear number 6. Now the final turn where Picard invalidated his hot lap attempt. There is Wolfring ending up in the qualifying, currently a 122.9. P10, let's go to the hot lap from Myth, the 2-time Emerald champion. He attended to 3 Mondays races, and that's 4 races, including 1 sprint race, and he won all races he attended here in season 8. Just an amazing driver. It's not purple in sector 1, it's green sector 1. What can he achieve? In the second sector everything looks good. Here he went wide but didn't invalidate it. Also Myth is downshifting to gear number 6 for the last but 1 turn, but now he's going to the finish line easy, jumping up the grid. Is a 122.8 for time being. Position 9, we see his teammate Salty currently figuring on position 4. Yo-Yo currently on P3 in the standings. Jumping up to P11. And Roble, the man to watch today, currently sitting on P2. Anybody else on a hot lap? Yeah, Frank Tank, let's go to him. Let's see the track from the outside view. I think we saw a lot of foam boards for time being. Hey, Psy Nelson, welcome back. Welcome to the desert of Qatar. Frank Tank in the last turn down to the finish line. Is he jumping up the grid? Yes, to P6, 122.0. You see the gaps are pretty close between P4 and P8. And we have a 7/10 gap between Tomasito and Myth on position 9. Then it's getting a little bit closer again between P9 and P13. Let's go to the current champion on board. Sliding around his Ferrari. Just did his first sector 1. Just passes his teammate Robert aka Ripster. And he's invalidating. Let's go back to Picard. Hopefully he can go for a valid lap time. This time it was good at the exit of the last turn, turn 16. He's jumping up the order to P8. Let's see Reepster's first hot lap here in the qualifying in Lusail. Always using a lot of curb here. And just invalidated, went too narrow to the curb. Giving nicely space for the... was it? I think it was Wolfring. Let's go to Wolfring. He's improving 2 sectors. Are green on his dashboard. Jumping up to P10, just in front of his teammate. You see many sectors are red on the minimap. More or less the whole track is red. Everybody invalidating, so we're gonna see a lot of time penalties, at least a lot of warnings during the Grand Prix. And let's go to Arola, the man to watch here in the race, a purple sector 1. Not only the man to watch in the race, also the man to watch here in the qualifying. Beautiful turns here in 7th gear, crazy. Wow, not even a lift here, down to 6th gear. Now the last turn, gear number 4 and up to gear 8. Is he achieving provisional pole? Yes or no? It's a 1:21.049. What a time, man. Just wanted to go to Samuku. Samuku is also improving in sector 2. Jumps up a little bit the grid. Now let's go to Nawaf, also in the last turn. Is a green sector 2, is he improving in sector 3? Is he jumping up the order? No, he stays on P3. Again, a pretty close one between the top 3 drivers, but don't miss out of Mr. Myth or Salty. For the time being, we see a very, very nice P4 from Gian Bartolomeo. Salty currently not improving his lap time, but Berra is improving, and of course Myth in the McLaren. But let's finish here with Salty, his hot lap. Maybe he finds some tenths in the last turns. No. Let's see here. He gets... yeah. Nice. Is he jumping up? Yes, to P1 currently. Myth jumped up to P4. GTA also finished. The only driver who is driving is Spaghetti onto the finish line on P10. So we have the result of the qualifying here. Berra achieving pole here in Saudi Arabia. By the way, a 120.8 from Berra. I'll just show you some times from the WOR league from some esports drivers. You see Otis Lawrence with a 120.3. It's only a half a second faster than Berra achieved here in the qualifying for Lusail. So our drivers have a pretty good pace. So let's go to the qualifying result. We see Berra, P1 Aroble, 2 Nawaf, 3 Myth, Gian Bartolomeo, Salty, and so on and so on. Just go down the grid. And yeah, excited to have some racing now. Qualifying finished. Now let's go to the serious stuff. see in the Discord chat a message from Tomasito. His steering wheel broke, so he's not attending to the Grand Prix. Yeah, let's see, as always, the tire choices the drivers made. We have a hard runner on top. On P1 Berra, the rest behind him is on medium tires. Then we have Samuku on hard, Frank Tank Spaghetti, Picard, Ripster and Lucas as well. The rest everybody on medium tires. For you guys as well, the former winners of the Lusail Qatar Grand Prix, we had Myth in the last season, Season 7, winning the Grand Prix here, and in Season 6, the first time this track came onto an F1 game, Spaghetti 1. Just show you some statistics of Barra, the pole sitter here today. Also meant to watch here in the race, of course. Let's go to Gian Bartolomeo to P5 for the start. Three lights, four lights, five lights. And out away we go. Myth is going directly to the outside. Now his teammate Salty on the inside on the next turn on the outside. They need to defend from Gian Bartolomeo. But for the time being we see Aroble claimed up position 1. Behind him Nawaf on P2 and Myth already on P3. Berra lost 3 positions, didn't saw exactly what happened to him. But nothing lost so far. He's a fast driver, he can still win the Grand Prix here. It's the first lap, always a little bit tricky for the drivers. But we have no safety car, no rear-ending stuff we see. As I told you, Tomasito driving at the end, well, that's a ghost who's driving his car for this Grand Prix here. Do we see some tactics between the McLaren of Myth and Berra and the Red Bull? Myth is surely trying to help out. There is some carnage there in the back between Samuku, Spaghetti and Yo-Yo. What happened to them? We see Yo-Yo is on a hunt somehow. Tries to overtake many drivers. Driving a little bit aggressive today. Well, for the time being, the result remains the same. We have Roble leading. The Nawaf teammate from Red Bull driver Berra. Currently on P2, then with the lead McLaren driver here in the race. Again, a fastest lap from a Roble. A 1:24.850. And we saw in the back Spaghetti overtook Zomuku. Let's go to this battle. Nice to see that Gian Bartolomeo has an amazing pace here. For the time being, we saw also a great pace from his side in Australia. He has been very close to a podium in Australia, but then I think it was in the last lap he received a time penalty for corner cutting, and then yeah, didn't finish in the top 5. Just see now that Nawaf overtook Roble into the lead of the race. We are in lap number 4 of 29. And the Roble crazy close to Nawaf, we see here. Now Roble is flying, overtaking. With the help of DRS, of course. At the moment, not a lot of commentary needed. Quickly to Salty. Just try to give you an update on the warnings, but yeah, the dashboard isn't working properly. So just an input, never clean your computer. Let him sit into the dust. I just quickly need to restart the dashboard stuff. Sorry for that. I don't know why it is happening always to me. I'll just restart the sim hub app and we're right back. Sorry. So today we're racing without any dashboard. In this case, I just give you the telemetry data of the game. So no damage information or warning informations. But we see some drivers already have a time penalty. We have Navav 3 second, GDA, Picard already 6, Frank Tank 3, Zomuko and Lucas currently driving on 3 seconds time penalty. Hey Quarry. Bartolomeo is doing good at the moment. Let's quickly go to Spaghetti, who is right behind Gian Bartolomeo. We're gonna have the best view here on the main straight is DRS chicken, so we see Spaghetti is overtaking Yo-Yo. And Gian Bartolomeo tried to overtake GDA. Now we see a late move from Spaghetti. So sadly also no weather forecast, but it will be dry until the end of the race. Let's go to Gian Bartolomeo. The Italian driver is hunting down the Portuguese driver GDA. Driver number 99. That corner was a little bit better from GDA. GDA. And in front we saw that, Navav went back to P3 and Berra now currently figuring on position 2. Yep. That's racing, guys. Beautiful double overtake, and now we see an inside move from Gianbartolomeo. Let's go to the outside view. Amazing racing here, and the current champion Spaghetti didn't want to wait too long and went for an overtake on 2 cars on Gianbartolomeo and GDA. Now currently figuring on position 6. Yeah, the Ferrari driver is on a hunt. Has to close a gap of 7.6 seconds to Salty in front. Nice racing for time being here. That's always the main straight where they are changing the positions, but it's also a close battle here. What happened to Nawaf? Nawaf went for pit. Let's go quickly to him to see. Position 13, what tires he took. He took the hard rubber, of course. Here again a dive from Gianbartolomeo, but GDA survived that one also. Gianbartolomeo hopefully without any damage. Now also Picard in the Alpine is in the mix. Pretty heavy fights are going on here in the midfield. Let's quickly see also the fights in the back, fighting for some points. Final point position is P12. At the moment, Osman Sedat is sitting on that final point for the race here. And we do see here the fight between Ritter, Zamuko and Wolpress. And Berra is going for 124. Fastest lap. Smoke is overtaking as well. Wolpress also again here a double overtake from the Mercedes powered engine of Samuco in the Aston Martin, and Wolpress in the Mercedes. Let's go back to position 6 where we see GDA fighting his car through the corners here, and behind him the current champion. Let's have a view on that. Gianbartolomeo received a 3 seconds time penalty, again going very wide. That's another warning for him. Now I'm pretty sure we see an overtake attempt from Spaghetti on GDA, but let's say on this view here there is a man flying in the rear end from Frank Tank to his teammate. That's for sure wing damage on Frank Tank's car. Let's go quickly to the tire update. We see just one person pitted, no, 2 drivers pitted. That's Nawaf in the Red Bull, and also Yo-Yo pitted in the Haas. Looks like the car has a very good pace today, but he's carrying on with some time penalties. Looks like Wolfrin has the best view of everything on this group here. We just saw Gian Bartolomeo went in for the pit to change his tires. Wolpress gets a 3-second time penalty. Spaghetti overtook Picard in front. As I told you, many drivers will have a time penalty at the end of the race. Currently only 6 drivers without the time penalty. Now let's go a little bit to the front to see what's happening here. Looks like again Berra is having an amazing pace. Driving away from Aroble. Quickly check which tires. So the tires of Aroble are getting a little bit more worn than the hard tires from Berra. Maybe Aroble is coming in now in this lap to change onto hard tires. Yes, he's going onto hard tires. Well, he has been able to keep the pace of the hard runner in front. 10 seconds time penalty for Myth for speeding in pit lane. Just quickly try again to enable the stuff here. Maybe it's working. Not so far. Anyway. I was in front a massive 7.6 seconds gap between the leader and position 2. Then another 10 seconds gap between P3 and P2. Let's go to the closest battle. Well, the soft tires wouldn't last until the end of the race. That's why they take now the hard tires, because they have to use 2 different compounds of tires. The soft tires will last more or less 5 laps, 6 laps, 7 laps if you're careful, but then massively losing of pace. Now Salty went in as well, GDA. I see behind Rips are already Salty, who has pitted. Also Salty on the hard tires, so we see the top 3 drivers need to go to pit. Also Sumuku and Ripster, they're going surely on to the medium tires, or maybe they stay out a little bit longer and then go on to the soft tires. Oi, oi, oi. Salt is coming pretty close. Now on the last turn down the start finish line. Pretty sure Salt is overtaking maybe also the next one, Samuku. Yes, he did. So it's more or less an easy overtask here to overtake to overtake two cars. If stay along behind the car, taking up the slipstream, using a little bit of ERS and then the power of DRS at the end of the straight, you're able to overtake two cars. Hey, Robert went wide there. And another 3 seconds for Osman setup. I was a little bit, little boys are playing spaghetti. You showed Picard where the pit box is. And Myth is still driving with a 10-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. That will hurt massively. For the time being it's 10 seconds. He gets spoiled back by 2 positions. Only 2 positions. And those ones set at retiring in the pit. We do have a virtual safety car. If you have a virtual safety car, just try it one more time with the sim hub stuff. Why not trying? We do have a little bit of time. La, 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 la. Da, 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 da. That's always the stuff. If you update the software, then you're more or less gone. Everything worked before without any problems, but just quickly activate something else and go back to Formula 1. So that was my last try. Something changed here. Yes, something changed. We see A drive-through penalty for speeding on the VSC for Ripster, and we also see that Vera now has less than 1 second behind him. A driver called Aroble, who just loves this track. Gonna be a tight one now. But of course, Berra is on the faster medium tires. They're in lap 20 of 29. Aroble's tire already have 6 laps on it, so it might end up that Berra is creating a gap now. Massive gap maybe. And then at the end of the race, close to the end of the race, then maybe Aroble has the same pace as Berra on his hard tires. And Spaghetti now behind Wolfrin. Amazing drive today from Wolfrin, currently driving on position 6 with no time penalties on the board. But there is a gap of 6 seconds, 7 seconds to the car in front. And GDA has 6 seconds time penalty, so calculated 1.4 seconds gap between position 5 and Wolfrin. Now it's time for Wolfrin to keep the gap as close as possible to Spaghetti. We need to try to be within 3 seconds of Spaghetti's Ferrari. And the next car behind Wolfrin, we have Myth. Served his 10-second time penalty for speeding in pit lane. And now also Lucas is retiring. So we're gonna have a safety car. Everybody loves to see Somuku with his safety car dash. And I still can't leave it. I just try again to do something with this beautiful sim hub stuff. Maybe I'm able to unlock something. Normally there is an option to fix automatically, but this doesn't look like it's working. Oh, it looks like it's doing something, but anyway. Just open up the dashboard on the second screen. Windowed. Let's see. Nah. Doesn't work. Yeah. Let's leave it as it is and let's go back for the qualifying laps. If it is so correctly, we do have a drive-through for speeding under safety car from Gianbartolomeo. And everything is mixed up again, I think. We're gonna have many soft runners out there. There are six laps to go until we see the checkered flag. I'm pretty sure the safety car is going one more lap. So we're gonna have only 5 laps to go. Also, Gianbartolomeo is retiring. So no points today for the Keith Sauber team. Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very long lap to the start, to the restart. Well, it could be possible that Samuk was ending up onto the podium, but also good to have the field again very close to each other. Yeah, gonna be a massive fight for the podium. Yeah, Barra had an amazing pace for time being. Now a safety car in this lap. Yeah, then a Roble who just loves the track and likes to win here. The Navaf also having a very good pace, always having a very good pace, and the current leader of the driver's standings, Salty, currently sitting on P4. Then we're gonna have a surprise if Samuku is going onto the podium. I think it's his first podium in season 8. Now Vera went its pedal to the metal again. Do we see some overtake attempts from behind? No, everybody in a straight line. Robles stays behind for time being. I'm pretty sure that at the end of the race Robles is having the better tires than Vera. And again a 3 seconds time penalty for corner cutting for Yo-Yo. And something happened to Tsamuku. He's currently ending up on P10. Maybe had some contact with somebody. And you just see behind Arogli we have the pressure of Navaf. Wow. Full speed through these corners, and this within 1/10 of a second. I'd say 2/10. Navaf with the fastest lap at 1:23.269. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's quickly go to these battles here for fighting for position 5. So everybody, I would say everybody behind me are fighting for position 5. Well, Picard has a 15 seconds time penalty. Samuku is losing a little bit the contact to Picard, to the Alpine in front. Wall press gets a 3 seconds, another 3 seconds. A 1:23.023. Another 3 seconds now, already 18 seconds for Picard. Let's go to Soti. Currently driving over for a podium. And we just saw Myth overtaking Salty. I don't know if it's ideal. We don't know. Well, if Myth is able to catch up to Roble and Navaf, then maybe going for a win. And it was an okay decision, but yeah, like this, he's grabbing some points away from Salty. As you know, Salty is driving for the Driver Championship. But also the goal for the McLaren guys is to win the Constructors' Championship. Might be a hell of a ride for Myth, currently 2.3 seconds behind Nawaf. Let's go back again for the top positions here. Nawaf has 11% left in his battery. Now close to 20. Roble close to 0% left in his battery, and what's the battery of Berra is more or less the same, empty. So we are in the final lap of the race here in Lusail, Qatar. Let's see, do we see an overtake attempt in the final corner with the help of DRS from Roble to Berra? Also maybe an attack from Nawaf to Roble to be on the top step together with his teammate Berra. Only some corners left. What the hell, close driving. Let's go on to the onboard. A little push, but we have the winner of the Qatar Grand Prix, it's Berra. Again, a win for Berra, closing the gap to Salty, now leading the Driver Championship. Then we have Roble on P2, Nawaf ending up on P3, then we're gonna have Salty somehow manage to jump up to P4. Was a nice race. McLaren GTA. GTA is driving the Williams. So we see the game is still not the best one, not the best Formula 1 game we had for time being. But now let's go to the standings. Berra winning the Grand Prix with a fastest lap point as well for him. So 26 points according to the game for him. Roble on P2, Nawaf on P3, Salty 4, Spaghetti 5, Yo-Yo a nice P6, Wolfrin a pretty nice P7 ahead of his teammate GTA. Then we have the two-time champion Myth figuring on position 9, then P10, Samuku 11, Ripster Picard 12, Frank Tank on 13, Wolpress 14, 15, Gian Bartolomeo, Lucas, Osman Sedat, and Tomasito. The last four drivers DNF'd. Now let's go to the incidents. Was a lot of incidents. I don't know if I can reach the end. Just reached. Yeah, that was it. Now I just do one try to have an interview with a driver. As you know, I just cleaned up the computer and Discord doesn't recognize my microphone anymore. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun. Again, not the best stream, but we do what we can. If you have too much gear, then it's working fine or it doesn't work. So now let's try Navaf. Hello.
Hello.
So you hear me? No. Okay. So he's not hearing me, sadly. So as I told you, the microphone isn't recognized by the game. Yeah, sadly no interview today, but was fun to have you on board, guys. Watching again a Grand Prix here. It was race number 11, Qatar in Lusail, and next week we're going for race number 12, of course. It's a beautiful street circuit in Singapore. Yeah, be ready for that one, and see you next week. Have a great week, and hopefully see you again next Monday. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.